Hello everyone, KyWaters here. Fourth week into the qualifiers and things are really starting to heat up. Dignitas was looking unbeatable. Some said they weren't going to lose for weeks. Cognitive had something to say about that and last week took them down. So, will Dignitas regain the throne? An underdog go on a run? Or is Cognitive Smite Cognition just too strong for everyone? So here's how things went down the North American region. Team Dignitas from that one seed now will face off against the Game Changers in the semifinal round, and Cognitive Gaming will go against Snipe. And we have not had a finals that is not Dignitas versus Cognitive since week one, where Snipe made it and lost. So on to the semifinal round. Team Dignitas versus the Game Changers. Early action now, 2 minutes into the game. Duo lane trading some blows here. Zapman playing. Kronos charging forward. The drunken Santa of Ionic is in trouble. Bacchus is getting low on health. Odor is trying to pick away at Zapman. Will now miss a few basic attacks. Jump forward trying to chase down Zapman. Is not able to do it, but Bastet, the sneaky cat played by Daggers, jumps in to try and clean up. Zapman is jumping and juking, but is not going to be able to get away, and Daggers is going to even things up in this early part of the game. It's just so important for the Game Changers to stay in there and at least be trading with Dignitas, who we know is just such a strong favorite in this matchup. Now the blue camp. There's Shock played by Divios, who's in trouble now at this blue camp. Anatoly comes in, and then Lassus comes in with his ultimate. Athena charges in. Now Tyr, played by Anatoly, will miss the ultimate, but Lassus will clean things up, and Divios goes down. Daggers isn't able to help in that battle. A team fight 2 minutes later now at the mid camp, and Ionic jumps in and tries to get the best drunk. The best will get drunk, but Ionic will fall in health, and Daggers will go down. Lassus will get Ionic as well, and the Game Changers is now fleeing for their life. Snoopy is going to go down as well, and Dignitas comes out to a quick 5-1 lead. Now 2 minutes later, the hands of gods drop, indicating a fight, and Anatoly is going to chuck Chalk up into the wall. Chalk, though, is going to call down that storm, but look at this. Athena, played by Lassus, is going to have beautiful timing, and the ults are going to come down at the same time, but Divios is going to be able to jump to avoid it and is not going to be able to get away, but he's going to get away enough for Daggers to come in and clean up the kill and take down Anatoly, and they are also going to be able to clean up Lassus. So a 2-for-1 there for Game Changers, and the best is in trouble. He's juking, but he gets stunned there, and Scylla is in chase. Daggers temporarily went back on the lane thinking he was dead, and he ran away. Now the best is going to juke another stun, drop his ultimate, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to go down, and the Game Changers will take a 3-1, showing they are not going to go away. Now 10-7, the Game Changers are not out of it yet. 20 minutes into the game, and a fight here between Divios and Anatoly. Shock and Tyr. Tyr misses his ultimate. Divios is going to miss as well. Now Anatoly in trouble. Scylla is in chase. Gets the stun. Anatoly gets a nice bump up. But, oh, that blast from the best wasn't enough. But Anatoly is not going to give up. Barely any health. He blinks in it and is going to get the kill on the Boosh. And down goes Scylla. 20 minutes into the game. Dignitas now going for a Gold Fury. And, whew, well, that is the best way to defend against the Gold Fury. And now Ionic, the drunken Bacchus, he must have been drunk to be making that decision, thinking he was going to have any chance at that one. And well, that's how things ended here in the semifinal round, and Dignitas makes it into the finals, taking down the Game Changers, and once again getting into the finals for the fourth straight week. So now let's see if Cognitive can get into the finals again themselves. They'll be facing off against Snipe Gaming. 2 minutes 45 seconds into the game, and that Bastet has just been so strong early game. Now Barracuda is going to go down for Cognitive first, and Snipe will get the first kill, but Anderster is going to make them pay for it and get a double kill, and the fight will rage on here as we see Sun Wukong is going to jump up in the air, misses ultimate, and that will pretty much signify the end of that battle, as Cognitive will end up taking a 2-1 kill there. Now here 16 minutes into the game, and Snipe is hanging in there in this very close, low scoring game. Early part of it now, though, Cognitive trying to get the Gold Fury here is going to be contested, is going to get the Gold Fury, and a battle is going to ensue. And Shock is going to go down. Oh, he didn't yet. He's still fighting, and Allied is going to get one there. And 5, it's been a 1-to-1 trade now, a 2-to-1 trade in the favor of Cognitive, who is trying to clean things up. Wolfie is going to get a kill on a Megatron and a kill on McStealth there, and it's going to be 6-5, but the battle is going to continue on before Wolfie finally goes down, and now even 2 against 1. Kronos is trying to juke and jive his way out. Earl with barely any health, and they are going to get the DSI. Cognitive showing just how strong they are. They built off that lead and made it to the finals. So we will have Snipe and the Game Changers in the 3rd place round. Quick highlights of that, and then we will get on to the finals. The Game Changers in blue, Snipe in red, close battle here now, 4-on-4 at the mid camp. A World Arrow comes in, but is going to be dodged by Shin playing Freya, who will jump up into the air. A Hades ult by Devios comes in, but it's not going to do very much, and the Boosh is going to get tracked down, as well as 3 other Game Changers players, and Snipe is going to take the 3rd place game. Congratulations to them. Good job by the Game Changers getting this far this consistently, but we will be on to the finals. 3rd week in a row. Dignitas, Cognitive, let's get into the action. And action it will look to be. Early game, minions not even spawned yet, and Jeff Hindla is in trouble. Zapman getting credit for the kill, but there will be the best in Poseidon and Anatolian Ares who will slow him down. And early game, Dignitas comes out, starting this thing with a bang. Now Zapman, Shadow Q's, and Sun Wukong are going to steal that blue buff away, and they are going to find McStealth, who's rotating around, but he is not going to be able to do too much, and he is going to get chased down by Zapman and finished off. Barracuda now in trouble, trying to retreat, is going to be able to, was too long. And now Shadow Q is leading an ambush, followed by the best, but Cognitive has vision. Jeff Hindla comes to defend. He's going to flee when he sees the best. Zapman pushing up lane, makes it 3-on-2, a rubber duck Kraken coming in from the best, popping Jeff Hindla and falling back to prepare for the counterattack from Cognitive in the form of McStealth and Anister and Hoonbots. Both the player and God have been so strong. Anister's ultimate drops, sending Shadow Q and the best running in fear. Zapman between a rock and a hard place goes down. Lassus and Nemesis will now join the party. Shadow Q jumps up into his ultimate to avoid death, and Lassus comes in to help clean up McStealth with the best, who's now in trouble. Anister working on him is going to get that kill, and Lassus is going to chase down Barracuda for the double under tower. Anister now in trouble with Shadow Q and Lassus are both low on health, and Anister is going to jump over Lassus to the safety of his minions and avoid battle. Just over 15 minutes now, Dignitas is trying for a Gold Fury. McStealth charges in and takes down some health from Shadow Q before rushing back out again. Then Anister comes in to defend his retreat. The best drops down a Whirlpool and a Megatron and Tier. Blinks to the back lines, tossing Zapman to the wall, but is forced to retreat to help his team because Anatoli's ult hit hooking Anister and Barracuda, who will get pulled in and bitten hard by that giant rubber ducky Kraken, placed with perfect timing to the stun, finished off by Anatoly for the double. The battle is not over yet. The Gold Fury is still alive. 3 players for Cognitive defend. Jeff Hindla, who has Hand of the Gods, is blocked by Zapman, who's about half life, and McStealth is coming from behind with a kill in his sights, and Zapman's really in trouble now. Oh, and there goes an ultimate from Ra, which will finish him off. Jeff Hindla will get locked in place by the best right before he dies as well, and he will take him down after death. Lassus will get McStealth, and only Megatron remains for Cognitive, and he flees for his life. A Whirlpool coming in, the best, getting credit for the kill. Deicide, Dignitas, convincing lead. Here we are at the 28-minute mark, 12 minutes later, 22k gold. Cognitive's 4k gold deficit isn't looking quite as bad. Fire Giant might be just what they need, but Anatoly knows it as well. He launches his ultimate. Barracuda pops the beads, but Jeff Hindla isn't quite so lucky. Whirlpool comes in from the best, and this Fire Giant is getting low. Now an ultimate drops in at the same time as a Hand of Gods. Dignitas will steal away the Fire Giant. McStealth will throw his ult away, but pay the ultimate price for that root, and Shadow Q is just cleaning things up, gets a double kill. Only 2 players remain now for Cognitive Gaming, and 4. Now Anatoly will finally drop there, but at the same time, Anister drops, and only Omegatron is left, and he's running, but he just won't be able to get away, and Lassus will chase him down, and that will take us to the end of game number 1. Here is the stats and how everything broke down. It was quite a matchup. Dignitas had a convincing lead, but Cognitive just wouldn't let the game go. When it came down to team fights, Dignitas won out, especially in that last Fire Giant. So let's see, game number 2. Will Cognitive take this thing to 3, or is Dignitas going to take it home? The early part of the game here wasn't quite as exciting as the last game, and now 5 minutes and still no kills. That is until Anister and Omegatron invade the soul lane. Dignitas monobuff. Lassus is split from Anatoly, and things aren't looking good for him. Anister gets off a knockup and then switches to the Best, who rotated in to help, but it's too late. McStealth will finish off Lassus, and the Best will run to safety. The Best, opting not to go back to base, returns to lane. McStealth and Agni realizes and reacts by putting on the pressure. And now I can't decide which pun to use here for how not the best looked. Maybe he thought Shadow was going to help, but still. Now, I hate to show the same player 3 plays in a row, especially when I've been so harsh, but here we are again. The Best Zeus. Anister blinks in, attempts to knock up. The Best uses his speeds, and a lot of damage is done and Cognitive everywhere, but he proves his namesake and drops the immaculate reception of ults. A sliver of life left. Barracuda will fall, and the Best gets the best of Anister, who tried so hard to kill him, and now is in a situation himself, and he will go down to some Zapman arrows. Shadow Q diving on top of Jeff Hindla, who is in a rough spot, and Dignitas is hanging on. You may have noticed it's a bit of a strange situation since there's so little killing going on. Cognitive has the gold lead despite being behind in kills, and Dignitas is now in the defensive, and Lassus will be caught out of position, and Anister, like a pro, will dodge the world arrow and get the kill at the same time. He flees to the north, but will be chased back down by Anatoly. The Best will go down to Barracuda, and the battle still wages on. Anister will track down Anatoly, who is trying to flee, and now Anister himself will be trying to flee, but Shadow Q will chase him down, and Anister will finally drop. Shadow Q fleeing to the clouds for safety. Cognitive waiting for him to drop back down, but will turn their sights to Zapman, who is in trouble. Playing Neath, almost dead, gets a nice backflip off. Omegatron is in chase and gives Zapman a goodnight kiss. The rest of Cognitive has been working on the Gold Fury, and there it goes down. Shadow Q is trying to be the hero and go in to steal it, but will not have a storybook ending. Lassus is going to push up, trying to get revenge on Omega, thinking he was all alone, but blink, in comes Tyr, and now Lassus is in trouble. He's going to flee under tower. Anatoly, already under tower, trying to defend, now decides to stay around. Tyr, Anister looks and sees Omega with him, gets that kiss from Aphrodite, ults around, and will take down Anatoly. Anister on fire. Now the Best rotating around, and Zeus will put on that protection, but 4 players close in, and well, this is just not the best situation to be in. He makes the best of it, will dodge an attack there, but not so much. Jeff Hindla gets the kill, the tower drops. Alright, enough the Best puns for now. Cognitive, a commanding 9k gold lead, even with only 3 more kills. Dignitas in desperation mode, looking for a Fire Giant. After an ult and a hog, they will get it, although battle fatigued, trying to quickly take down the Beast. Shadow Q will fall to Barracuda, and the Best will flee with his ult on cooldown. Anister jumps to the back line, make quick work of him, and all of Cognitive will collapse on Lassus and take him down. The Fire Giant, not enough for a Dignitas comeback, and Cognitive timed their attack perfectly with so many abilities for Dignitas on cooldown, and they will take game number 2, tying the series and bringing us to a grudge match. Cognitive will be playing for their 2nd tournament win in a row. Dignitas, their 3rd out of 4. So here's how it broke down in game number 2. The builds, all of the stats. Check that out, and we will get to game number 3. Omega and Vamana looks down at Anatoly in shock and pushes the lane. He sees the Tyr of Lassus charging just in time to dodge the knockup, but is forced into Toly's axe and is now getting hacked up by Basics, fleeing for his tower, low on life, and making it to his tower, but deciding
to stay and clear the minions. Anatoly now will throw his Thunderous Axe, taking down the health a little bit more of Omega, who is being really brave and sticking this one out. He still goes back with the minions. He's going to charge forward. Lassus and Toly are jumping with excitement. Lassus is going to sneak around. You see he's actually stealing a Fury buff right now, and Omega is going to get hit with another spell and is going to run and flee again, and he's going to feel safe for a moment under his tower, but then he's going to realize Tyr is there. He has nowhere to go. Another Thunderous Axe comes in and a knockup, and Lassus will finish off Omega. 2 minutes later into the game, and Anatoly is trying to steal a mana buff from Cognitive. Let's see if it's going to be successful. Hand of Gods comes down. Lassus is help, but Anister comes in and Hoonbotson has got something to say about it. Jumps in, slams Anatoly down, and Anatoly now is in a bit of trouble. Omega comes in but gets rooted by Scylla, played by the best, but Mixed Stealth will finish off Anatoly and get the kill. This is shaping up to be quite a battle and still anyone's game, but almost all of Dignitas is low on health and Cognitive moves in looking for blood. They'll be slowed by a stun attempt by Zapman and Kronos, but not hit with the ability, and Omega is peeking around the corner and will find the best, who roots him and makes him decide to turn around. He realizes though Anatoly's coming his way and low on health. Anister jumps in to try and help. Both of them will dive in, and Anister will get the final blow on Anatoly. Now Zapman, who decided to stay, is in trouble himself, and Lassus also went down in that engagement. Cognitive will take that battle 3 kills to none. Jeff Hinla and Sobek is all alone in the mid lane, and Mixed Stealth is returning to base, and Cognitive is gonna be in a bit of a predicament here, as this mid tower looks like it's gonna drop. Yes, it will drop, and then as soon as it does, Jeff Hinla is gonna jump and engage, followed by Omega and Barracuda, but the timing wasn't very good, and in a 5-on-3, Jeff Hinla is gonna be low on health and will fall down. Barracuda dropping as well, and the best will make a comeback here and get a triple. Dignitas not out of it yet. About a 3k gold for Cognitive. Dignitas knows they need to act fast and are going for the Fire Giant before they lose too much ground. Anister and Mixed Stealth come in to defend. Anister's quickly and almost fatally rooted, jumping away at the last minute. Mixed Stealth dropping meteors onto Obnoxious Fumes will stun, severely weaken Last and Zapman. After a flame dash, another meteor, Mixed Stealth will get a well-earned double kill. Anister, who decided to come back, goes down to the best, but Cognitive's mission, defend Fire Giant, was accomplished. Cognitive's lead snowballed from there and are now trying to kill the Fire Giant, which will likely win them the tournament. Dignitas engages, and what could be the final battle ensues. Cognitive unleashes the Fire Giant and turns to fight Dignitas and is spread out. Anister ults, and then with Omega chases Lassus and Shadow Q while Jeff Hinla dives into Swamp, holding Zapman in the best in position. Anister finishes off Lassus with his ult, and Barracuda hits Ulador basic attacks, taking down Anatoly. Shadow Q will finally take down Anister, but it looks to be too little too late, as Omega will take down the best before going beast mode and clubbing on Zapman, who will go back in time but almost to the exact same location right in the middle of everyone and Cognitive, and he will go down. Cognitive now turning their focus to the Fire Giant. Shadow Q is all that's left for Dignitas, and he will try to come in for the hero steal, but it just won't be enough. Cognitive will take down the Fire Giant and the Deicide, and for the second week in a row, Cognitive will leave victorious. With week number 4 history, Dignitas is still the season leader, 320 points, making it to the finals every week so far. Cognitive, though, with this win, is only 20 points back. Snipe is in third place at 165 points, followed by the Game Changers with 115, but there is still a long way to go, and anything can happen on the road to Atlanta. Stay tuned for the European Weekly highlights, which is old-timer talk for subscribe, so you don't miss all the exciting content I'll be making. Thank you for watching. I'm KyWaters, GL, HF, and GG.